Hello, everybody. This is Brian Lathe, and I am having an exciting crypto video on crypto strategy, crypto staking, and crypto security. So I'm going to jump right into it here. So in crypto strategy, just want to see if my screen will scroll here. Okay. I am doing crypto DeFi, and I'm doing really well with that strategy, and I'm going to keep doing that strategy. And with the information we have learned with Luna and the recent crypto market crash, I have come to some decisions and strategy that I'm going to do a little bit differently, and things I'm going to be a little bit more careful and aggressive with. So I'm going to watch my charts more closely. I'm going to make sure I'm buying low and selling high. And I'm going to make sure I watch the charts on a daily basis as often as I can. And I'm only going to invest in a limited number of things that I can actually watch daily and become very, very familiar with. So I'm not going to jump after super high percentages. I'm going to be more interested in things that I know are safer, and be less interested in things that are, like what I would call degen plays that are into the higher yields. And whenever I have a profit, I'm going to take that profit more aggressively, by watching the charts and paying attention to everything I can pay attention to. Definitely when I've made a significant amount of money, especially on the degen plays, I will take profits aggressively. And then degen plays, like especially things like COTP and SwapNext that I've been involved in recently, I'm only going to invest the minimums and never go very high. But I'm going to focus a lot on safe programs like Bitcoin Campus, iHub Global, and Cake DeFi. So you're going to see me talking mainly about very, very safe programs that I can believe in, that will be here, that I can build a long-term business in, and have that be dependable. So going back to my profits, when I take my profits more aggressively, I'm going to move those profits into Bitcoin and Cake DeFi. I'm going to talk a little bit more about Cake DeFi later in the video, but I'm going to move my profits into Bitcoin and Cake DeFi. I'm going to measure my monthly success in how much Bitcoin I own, the quantity of the Bitcoin, not the price. So the quantity is what's going to be important to me. Now, in staking, I want to cover a couple topics. Coinbase is a very, very popular exchange, and it does allow a little bit of staking. I think recently they've allowed Cardano staking, but it has a significant issue. Coinbase now regards our crypto as something that they can use to pay off their debts. So I don't feel that makes Coinbase safe, as a safe place to continue holding your crypto. So as much as I can, I'm getting completely out of Coinbase, Coinbase Pro, and Coinbase Wallet. I'm basically no longer interested in Coinbase. And if you're in Coinbase, I encourage you to read the terms and conditions very, very carefully and make sure you agree to them. Just advise you to do that. Now, Coinbase does have an interesting product called a vault that I'd like to talk about briefly. And what that is it is a way to safely store crypto. Now, again, I'm not saying that the issues are going to make me not want to do this. But before I knew about these issues, I knew about this product called the Vault a little bit. And in the Vault, you can create a wallet that doesn't get any staking rewards, but you set up multiple emails, at least 2, maybe 3 email addresses. All of those can be yours, that you set up as signatures. So in order for crypto to leave those wallets, those special wallets called vaults, you would need to log into all 2 or all 3 emails and then click the approval link. Okay, so if somebody were to hack into one of your emails, if it was in this vault and it was set up for 2 emails, they would have to have access to both of those emails to be able to take your crypto away from you. So that does make it safer if Coinbase didn't have the policy that they could just use your crypto whenever they felt like it. I'm not happy with that, so I'm leaving Coinbase. Okay, so I encourage you to consider and strongly read the terms and condition of Coinbase because they've changed it recently for May here, May 2020. I'm sorry, May 2022, and going forward, I don't think they're a good company to work with. Now, the reason I did bring up the vaults is because if anybody else comes up with anybody that we can trust comes up with such a vault type solution where you can have a multiple signature wallet that's easy to use and store crypto in and requires 2 or more email addresses where all of them can be yours, and therefore basically instead of somebody just being able to hack into one of your email addresses and being able to steal your crypto, they'd have to have 2 email addresses. And the ideal scenario with this whole security and staking situation would be that at least one of those email addresses that you use in the multiple signature wallet would be an email that you don't use on your primary computer that you're doing all your crypto with. Okay? So you totally want to have that never have been on that computer. Okay? So even if they steal that computer or they somehow gain access to the computer, it's a completely different computer that you access that other email address with. Okay? Maybe even a different IP address. So I think that would be safe. So I just bring that up because this discussion here of staking kind of involves exchanges, and I'm having some problems with Coinbase. So other exchanges out there related more closely now to staking. I'm getting grabs staking in here and have this be the focus of the rest of this topic. Coinzoom, Crypto.com, Nexo, all of these are available in the United States, and the staking rewards have decreased recently on all of these exchanges. So that's really disheartening, especially for people in the United States. I don't know if this involves or affects people in other countries other than the United States. It may not affect Canada. It may not affect Europe, and it may not affect Africa, India, Asia, Australia. Okay, it may not affect other places, but it definitely affects the United States, where they are reducing staking rewards and to get staking rewards that we used to have even recently as 2021, you would have to be what's called an accredited investor. Accredited investor, which means you need $2 million. I'm sorry, $2.5 million of net worth. And I'm just a few dollars short of that. So a couple dollars from now, maybe I'll be an accredited investor. But I am unfortunately just a few dollars short of that. So I think most of us are a few dollars short of that. So I don't know. I really don't know anybody that isn't a few dollars short of that. Now, Gate.io is an exchange that booted all the Americans off recently, back in April. So it had wonderful staking abilities. Okay, no longer. So if you're not in the United States and you're in one of the countries that you can access Gate.io or maybe Binance.com. I'm not talking about Binance US. I'm talking about Binance.com, which is also not available in the United States. You can jump on there. Now, there are some other exchanges that I'm looking into. I'm looking into FTX. I'm looking into KuCoin. I'm looking into Pionex. I'm looking into MX US or MEX. There's a Mexican exchange, and I can't remember what the exact name of it is, but that one potentially can be used in the United States. And I'm looking into these as possible exchanges that will have some staking and other reward benefits that we can use here in the United States. So keep tuned to my channel for details on that. More to come. There's always more to come. Crypto is an evolving and amazing place that always has new information. Now, Cake DeFi has staking rewards. I told you I'd talk about that again. Has staking rewards that beat Bitcoin over the past 11 months. So I'm taking my profits and moving them into Cake DeFi and Bitcoin to have long-term. So let me talk a little bit about Bitcoin. Okay. We did have the problem with Luna, and the market dropped, and then we had the problem with Luna, and we lost Luna. And I know that they're trying to bring it back, and they have a Luna 2.0, and they're relaunching and all that. But the problem is, okay, with Luna, is that most of the success, or much of the success of Luna, was based on a protocol called Anchor Protocol that paid really good rewards, 20% rewards on stablecoins. So, based on that, a lot of other DeFi platforms and different things came into existence. So, what the founder of Luna, what Do Kwon wants to do, is he wants to split what is two coins, what is UST and Luna, into three coins. That's my understanding of it. And so he wants to split apart all the successful or potentially successful DeFi platforms into their own smart contract level one blockchain. So he wants to have a Luna that's tied up with UST and is the UST stablecoin relationship, where it's a where UST will continue to be an algorithmic stablecoin based on a relationship with two coins, the UST coin and the Luna coin. So he wants that to run, and then he wants all the successful, potentially successful DeFi platforms to kind of be on their own blockchain, and he's calling that he's calling one Luna Classic and the new one Luna Luna. I'm doing a call. So he wants to do that like that, and so and he's doing all kinds of incentives to potentially incentivize you for investing in both UST and the existing Luna now, so that when they launch the new Luna, that you'll have some rewards that you'll reap down the road. But I don't think, because of the way the relationship was in the past, especially with the relationship with Anchor Protocol, because it's like kind of kicking that in the face and not realizing that was really what the whole success was driven on. I really don't think that that's going to see success. I personally don't think it's going to see success, and I'm trying to do my best to explain why. Now, so Cake DeFi does beat Bitcoin over the past 11 months, and Crypto DeFi has Finance and BuySwap, which are ways you can stake and also build a referral. So Finance pays one level of referrals, and BuySwap actually pays three levels of referrals. Finance is on the Kronos blockchain, and BuySwap is on the Binance blockchain. So in security, I'm going to talk a little bit about some wallets. We've got hot wallets, cold wallets, hardware wallets, and paper wallets. So if you don't know about these, I'm going to explain them a little bit. I'm not going to go into excruciating detail, kind of just a quick overview. But definitely search these terms on Google and YouTube and find information from a variety of sources. I'm going to give you a little bit of analogy of learning. When I first wanted to learn web development, I would see terms like React Native and React and JS Node and JavaScript and Java and HTML and CSS, and some of those words, if you just hear them thrown at you, it might be like some crypto words that you hear thrown at you. You don't maybe understand what they are, and they're a little bit intimidating until you maybe learn about them a little bit. So if you're able to get a game plan that allows you to understand what's related to what and how things put together, you can then, with that framework, with that kind of foundation of understanding a little basics, you can start searching for some terms and dig deeper into it. And then I encourage you to investigate and find information from a variety of sources. So like, for example, if you search for hot wallets, cold wallets, hardware wallets, or paper wallets, find videos from a number of different people who've made videos on the topic, because as you listen to one and understand what one person is saying, and then you listen to another person's video that understand what they're saying, they might give you some information that really helped you understand the first video, and vice versa. If you go back and listen to the first video, it might actually have some information that helps you understand the second video, because everybody's got their unique way of explaining things. But if you listen to a multiple sources, you're going to have a much broader understanding of the topic. And then you'll going down the line, when you hear that, you'll if you ever hear paper wallets or hardware wallets, you'll have a better understanding of really what that is and how it's different from a cold wallet or a hot wallet, and how all the wallets work together, but they're different from each other. Now, that kind of happened with me with my web programming when I understood, okay, you learn this first, you learn this second, you learn this third. And then once you've learned this, now you can finally learn this, and you understand how this relates to that, and this relates to that. Then you have a game plan. You have a complete game plan of understanding how, okay, I can't learn this because if I haven't learned this, this, and this, I'm never going to understand this other thing because it's way down the line. And that's kind of how it is with crypto, is understand wallets, understand exchanges, understand staking, understand one thing at a time. They're vastly different. NFTs are vastly different. Okay, the concept of the metaverse is vastly different. Trading is its whole thing. Mining, crypto mining is its whole thing, different. All these are different big concepts, okay, within crypto. And it's important to understand, learn one thing, and then you can use that knowledge then to help you learn other things. So I'm going to give a quick overview here of wallets. Hot wallets are like your MetaMask wallet or your exchange wallets. These are wallets that are connected to the internet and do transactions on a regular basis. Okay, they call those hot wallets. Okay, so a lot of times on the hot wallets, people know your public key. Hopefully, they don't know your private key. If they do, that's a problem. But they could know your public key, and they're not able to do much with it. They're only able to view your wallet. They're not able to take anything from you. Now, cold wallets is a wallet that's not connected to the internet. Okay, and a cold wallet can come in a variety of ways. Okay, with one type of cold wallet is a hardware wallet. Okay, another type of cold wallet is a paper wallet. Okay, so the hardware wallets and paper wallets are actually two different types of cold wallets, and these are wallets that ideally do not get connected to the internet. Okay, so basically, they give you benefits and so forth, and then basically do not stay connected to the internet. And as long as somebody then doesn't get that private key, they can't access you. Now, a paper wallet, you may not have heard of, but is a very inexpensive way to get access to a cold wallet. And you can Google search it. There's a lot of videos on YouTube. Okay, you can YouTube search it. There's a lot of videos on YouTube that'll tell you how to set up a paper wallet. It does take a little bit of technical skill. So some people, if the technical capabilities that it takes to do this are a little bit of a challenge, you may not be able to fully do this. But you can probably find a friend that can help you along the way and get this set up for you. So that's definitely a possibility, and that can be worked that way. So hardware wallets, paper wallets, so definitely check that out and see if that's a possibility for you, or maybe a friend can help you with that. Now, the reason I mention that is because you can get almost all the benefits out of a paper wallet that you could out of a hardware wallet. A hardware wallet is going to be a little bit spendier, usually $50 or more. Paper wallet you can usually do for $10 or less. A hardware wallet will be $50 or more. So the main benefits or the main differences of a hardware wallet and a paper wallet is that a hardware wallet will give you a physical device. Okay, you can have a physical device with a paper wallet. You can encrypt everything and put it on a USB drive that you can get for $10 or less. Okay, but you definitely don't want to have that information ever stored on the internet or your phone. Okay, so make sure that you learn how to do that, where they completely tell you to shut off Wi-Fi, disconnect all the cables so you're not connected to Ethernet, you're not connected to any cables. Your router is actually maybe unplugged and disconnected cable-wise. You want to totally lock that network so that you're not connected to any kind of network, even Bluetooth. And then you print out your wallet address, and then you can save that through the computer that's not connected to the internet and get that encrypted onto a USB drive so you can save it longer term. And then you can have paper copies. You can maybe save one in a safety box, either like a safe or some kind of safety deposit box at a bank. Some kind of real high security method of keeping this information safe. And then a little for a little bit higher cost, you can do a hardware wallet, which will have some of the same benefits. But if you're looking at hardware wallets, you want to make sure that the benefits are worth it to you for the cost that you're going to pay, because they are more expensive. You're going to have to pay for things, you know, you're going to have to pay for them, and the benefits that you get by paying for them should hopefully cover and be valuable enough for you to afford what you are paying for them. But you might get, the USB drive, you might get an LED readout on the device, you might get Bluetooth connection, you might get an app on your smartphone. Now understand that some of these apps and Bluetooth and other connection methods lessen the security. They do lessen the security, okay? So the more safe and the more disconnected it stays from an actual network or any network ever is the better potential for that to be safe for you. And paper wallets are actually probably the most safe, in my opinion. They're also the least expensive. So that was my video. I hope you really enjoyed it. Please connect with me on my Facebook group. Please connect with me on my Facebook business page. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. And look for me on Instagram and Twitter at SuccessBrian. I'm at SuccessBrian on all the social medias. Hope you have a great day, and we'll talk soon.